Hello everyone and welcome to Disneyland! No, this is not Disneyland, but I don't know, it wouldn't be all that surprising if they added live trivia with a wheel, right? That's not totally off-brand for them. But in the meantime, this is display trivia. Equally as fun. Sure, you don't have to wait in line. You can join whenever you want, just not too late because you want to actually be able to win the money. Speaking of which, how much are we playing for tonight? Well, here's how we're going to find out. I'm going to spin this wheel. As you can see, there's $1,000 slots, $2,500 slots, and $5,000 slots. Whatever we land on, that's your prize, baby. So let's do it. Let's spin the wheel. What is it gonna be? $1,000! Hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take free money any day of the week. So here's how it's gonna work. In just a little bit, and I mean a little bit, like 30 seconds, we'll be right back. You're gonna see 10 questions pop up one by one on your screen. You gotta answer each one correctly. You have about 10 seconds to answer them, and if you get them all right, you win a piece of that $1,000 prize. Y'all stick around. We'll be right back with more display trivia.
Welcome to Display Tips. Let's get introduced to Profile. Tap the profile on bottom right of screen. Here, you can personalize your display experience. Tap the pencil icon to edit your profile picture, cover photo, basic user info including contact, and link to your other social media accounts. Select your preferred language. Identify top friends and family members. You can also create and manage your communities here. Watch for more tips on Display TV.
And welcome to Display Trivia. I'm not actually Sarah Priebus. I'm just her clone, but I don't think hosting trivia is all that hard. I mean, let's be real. If Sarah can do it, anyone can, right? I'm pretty sure we all have our little rules memorized, right? First, we tell you the prize. Tonight's pot is $1,000. And then we say, 10 questions, you'll have 10 seconds to pick your answer and choose wisely because once you tap, there's no going back. If you miss one, you will no longer be eligible for the cash prize, but stay in the game because you can keep playing along for fun. I'm Sarah Priebus, and I think I'm so smart and pretty and talented. See, Sarah? It's not that hard. Anyone can do it, okay? But can anyone win trivia? Let's find out. You ready to do this? Here we go. Question 1. All of the following are names for geological formations except mountains, plateaus, gingerbread cookies. All of the following are names for geological formations except mountains, plateaus, gingerbread cookies. Geology is the study of Earth's physical properties. And I gotta say, as far as planets go, Earth is a straight up 10. She's been keeping it tight for over 4 billion years. I mean, she looks amazing, right? Also, she was over a billion before she even hit it big with life. Arguably, what she's best known for now. So, let that be a lesson. You're never too old to chase your dreams, mamas. Mountains and plateaus on the Earth's surface, those things are also pretty old. But you know what I wouldn't want sitting out for too long? Those yummy little gingerbread men. Got just the place for them. I'll take some after the show. In the meantime, question 2. In the classic nursery rhyme, Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the frock. The mouse ran up the clock. The mouse ran up the rock. Which one? In the classic nursery rhyme, Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse ran up the frock. The mouse ran up the clock. The mouse ran up the rock. Hello! Oh, where is this mouse's parents? Why is no one supervising this mouse? Can it just run up and down whatever it pleases? Well, I just can't sit around and let this happen. I have to say something. Excuse me. Hello? Excuse me. Yeah. That thing, yeah, that you're running up and down, that's an antique. Oh, you're doing mouse parkour. Oh, okay, yeah, then by all means, keep at it. Pardon me for my ignorance. He's just getting some exercise. It's fine. And before we really jump into some brain exercise, a nursery rhyme question should be nice and easy. You all might not have made like the clock and struck one, prompting the mouse to run down, but you might strike some winnings tonight? I don't know, it's still early. Question 3. All of the following are capitals south of the equator except Cape Town, Paris, Santiago. All of the following are capitals south of the equator except Cape Town, Paris, Santiago. The equator, for those of you who don't know, is an invisible line that goes all the way around the Earth and divides the globe into northern and southern hemispheres. But I don't know, the equator also kind of sounds like a badass action hero played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, who just makes sure everyone got the same size bite when your mom told you and your siblings you had to share that chocolate chip cookie. Don't worry, Steve, don't worry. I know you always cheated. That's okay. Now I have the equator on my side. I'll be back with more chocolate chips. Paris is the only capital city here above that invisible line. Question 4. Select the animal that cannot grow back amputated limbs. Salamander, wolf, starfish. Select the animal that cannot grow back amputated limbs. Salamander, wolf, starfish. That's right. There are actual animals that can lose parts of their bodies and literally regrow them right back. Maybe even harder, better, faster, stronger? Nature is so metal. Even humans can do this technically. We get cuts and scrapes all the time and your body is just so badass. It's just like, make more skin? Sure, yeah, we can do that. Give your body a pat on the back for all its hard work. Thanks, Bod. Thank you. Also, thank your brain that you got this one right. Salamanders and starfish can regrow limbs. Wolves are pretty cool, but they've got some work to do. Question 5. All of the following actors have played Batman in a movie except Christian Bale, Will Ferrell, Michael Keaton. All of the following actors have played Batman in a movie except Christian Bale, Will Ferrell, Michael Keaton. Can you even call yourself an actor in Hollywood and not have played Batman? They make a Batman movie every few years. Chances are you're gonna play Batman. In fact, if you haven't played Batman, let me check in. Are you okay? Maybe we need to get you a better agent. Have you at least auditioned for Batman? Okay, good. Then you're still in the game. One of these actors has played a lot of different people. I mean, a lot. In fact, when he does interviews, he usually plays a character. My favorite? Little Debbie. Will Ferrell, to our knowledge, has never played Batman and has definitely not taken on the role in any major movies. Question 6. All of the following are official U.S. government acronyms for upper-level governing bodies or roles except SCOTUS, CODIS, POTUS. All of the following are official U.S. government acronyms for upper-level governing bodies or roles except SCOTUS, CODIS, POTUS. Everything in government needs an acronym. How else are we going to have time to get through all this lawmaking? Those bills they churn out are like thousands of pages long. Abbreviate, people! OTIS is a suffix in U.S. politics that stands for of the United States, and it makes everything sound mad official. Speaking of which, I think I need an acronym, right? TNJ, Trivia Newton-John? It sounds a little too much like TMJ, which I also have, coincidentally. SCOTUS is the Supreme Court, and POTUS is the President, but CODIS, although an official term, means the Constitution of the United States. Nice, quick read, but you gotta keep going. Into question 7, which is not a title in the famous trilogy written by J.R.R. Tolkien. The Two Towers, The Hobbit, Return of the King, which is not a title in the famous trilogy written by J.R.R. Tolkien. The Two Towers, The Hobbit, Return of the King. Hollywood's favorite format, the trilogy. And Hollywood gets away with splitting the story into 3s and charging you $25 plus tax for every installment because we are all hot for trilogies. What? Tell me you don't love a good beginning, middle, and end. And yes, you're gonna get the large popcorn every time because you can't not walk into a movie theater lobby, smell the popcorn, and say no. Never want popcorn until you smell it, and then it is game over. We are powerless to the mighty Colonel. All hail! The Hobbit is not a part of this 3-book turned movie series, but you guessed it. It got its own films and was turned into none other than a trilogy. Much like many Hollywood trilogies, this question has run its course. Question 8. Of the following planets in the solar system, which one has the shortest calendar year? Saturn, Mars, Neptune. Of the following planets in the solar system, which one has the shortest calendar year? Saturn, Mars, Neptune. Now, you probably know that on Earth we have a 12-month calendar, but apparently on some of these planets you need way more photos of sexy firemen to fill all the time, or sexy fire Martians. I don't presume to know. What I am pretty sure of is the appeal of sexy firemen is universal, and that's science. The real science here is that planets that are farther from the sun need more time to make a complete orbit and therefore have longer years, right? You think you're having a bad year. On Saturn, they're still in January. But of the planets on this list, Mars is closest to the center of the solar system and therefore has the shortest journey to travel. Question 9. The first issue of the magazine, originally titled Stag Party, was published in what year? 1931, 1953, 1986. What year are we looking for here? 1931, 1953, 1986. I'm pretty sure the only place you can ever buy a magazine anymore is the Hudson News at LaGuardia Airport. But in their heyday, magazines circulated widely, and this one in particular reached its peak with over 5 million copies in 1975. The title? Playboy. And when Hugh Hefner first conceived of the idea, it was called Stag Party. 1931 and 1986 are the debut years of GQ and Men's Health, respectively. All right, but please put those reading materials away and stow your trays in their upright positions because we are coming in for landing. It's time for the final question. Question 10. The traditional fabric pattern made up of overlapping diamonds comes from what country? Morocco, Scotland, Crete. The traditional fabric pattern made up of overlapping diamonds comes from what country? Morocco, Scotland, Crete. In case you're struggling to identify this pattern, let me give you a hint. I would say this pattern is most famous for its work with socks and sweater vests. Yep. This is a pattern that has been typecast again and again for dad clothes, but hey, it's nice, consistent work. You think Steve Buscemi is upset about always playing the weirdo? Maybe, until that paycheck rolls in. And Argyle seems happy to be featured on any sort of apparel that you might need for driving a golf ball down a green. If you know anything about golf's origins, you know it's Scottish, just like this pattern. Any caddies in the house tonight? Because you carried yourselves all the way to the winner's circle. Time to hop on that golf cart and do a little victory lap. You came, you slayed, you displayed your knowledge, and you got paid. Woohoo! We'll see you tomorrow for a whole new round of trivia. It's new and never before played. We'll see you tomorrow on display.